Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome again. In this lesson, I'm gonna be explaining infinitive. But before I go to the explanation, I want to tell you that what makes learning gerund and infinitive difficult is that there are specific verbs which have to be memorized by students and practiced a lot, because there are some verbs which can be followed by gerund only and not by infinitive. There are some verbs which can be followed by infinitive only and not by gerund. There are some verbs which can be followed by both gerund or infinitive. And there are some verbs which can be directly followed by gerund but indirectly followed by infinitive. Look at these four specific verbs. Number one, enjoy. It's a gerund verb. This verb cannot be followed by infinitive. We enjoyed watching a movie. You enjoy learning gerund and infinitive. See, we cannot say we enjoyed to watch a movie. We cannot say you enjoyed to learn English. Why? Because it is a gerund verb. It's just one of them. Okay? There are many. So you gotta memorize and practice those specific verbs. Look at verb number two, expect. It is an infinitive verb, and we cannot bring any gerund after this verb. Why? Because it's an infinitive verb. So I expect to improve my English. We cannot say I expect improving my English. You got it? According to grammar, according to formal English. Or for example, I want to study hard, but you cannot say I want studying hard. Got the point? So it's one of those verbs which can be followed by infinitive only and not by gerund. Like, it's one of the verbs that can be followed by either gerund or infinitive. I like learning English. I like to learn English. I hate standing in line or waiting in line. I hate to wait in line. I dislike, for example, learning French. I dislike to learn French. So, like, hate, dislike. Okay, these are the kind of verbs which can be followed by both gerund or infinitive. Allow. It's one of those verbs which can be directly followed by a gerund but indirectly by an infinitive. For example, we don't allow smoking cigarettes inside the classroom. They don't allow parking over here. Look. But we don't allow students to smoke cigarette inside. Look, if there is an indirect object like a person, then there should be infinitive. If there is no indirect object, then, these kind of verbs can be followed by, gerund. For example, hey, the final exams are closer. I advise studying hard. I advise studying hard. So advise is also one of those verbs. I advise studying hard. I advise you to study hard. You got the point? I advised him to study hard. So these four kind of specific verbs have to be practiced a lot in sentences and phrases, okay, and memorized. Otherwise, using gerund and infinitive correctly will be very, very difficult, okay? So it's not going to be difficult for you if you do this. You have a list of these specific verbs in your book, okay? And you can just go and practice these verbs with each other and use them in your sentences. Got the point? So now, what's infinitive? To plus verb base form, which cannot be affected by the subject and the tense, is called infinitive. To plus verb base form, without any suffix, is or es or d or ed or ing or nothing, okay, just base form, which cannot be affected by the subject or tense, is called infinitive. So now look at the first sentence. So we have four types of infinitive. Full infinitive, bare infinitive, abridged infinitive, and split infinitive. Look at the first example. I plan to go abroad next month. This is full infinitive. To plus verb, base form. Together. Full infinitive. And I told you before that infinitive cannot be affected by the subject or the tense. I plan, and if I change the subject I to he plans to go. To go, to go, no change. The verb that comes before to, which is infinitive verb, okay, takes the suffix s. Why? Because now the subject is third person singular, right? But this subject does not affect, infinitive itself. I mean, it's still in base form. You see that? Okay. And now, for example, he planned, simple past tense, right? To go abroad. Again, the tense is different now. It's simple past tense. But to go, infinitive, is still in base form. Understood? So now our definition is correct. We proved it here. You got it? So to plus verb base form, which cannot be affected by subject or tense, is called infinitive. You got the point? And keep in mind that the verb, which comes before to, shows a state. For example, it could be a state of desire. I want, I need, I hope, for example, right? I expect. It could be a state of like mental activity, something like I plan. So you're planning. There's no action now, right? Physical action. So it's something like mental, right? But the verb which comes after to shows the action of the subject. You got the point? You got the point? So now the verb which comes before the word to is changeable according to the tense. He plans, he planned, he will plan. Or he's planning. Okay? Got the point? But the verb which comes after to is never, ever, ever changeable. It's always in base form. And that's the definition of infinitive. To plus verb base form. Okay? So to plus verb, so verb plus to plus verb base form, it's full infinitive. What kind of infinitive? Full infinitive. And I told you, you need these specific verbs to use before, infinitive, to plus verb base form. We cannot use gerund verbs here. Got the point? Okay. And look at the second example. He should study hard. Bare infinitive means verb base form without to. Verb base form without to. And it happens when we use modal auxiliaries or semi-auxiliaries or causative verbs. Okay, the three causative verbs. Have, let, make. After these three causative verbs, we need bare infinitive, which means verb base form without to, right? And with help is optional. And with all modal auxiliaries, we cannot say he should to study hard. Okay? He may go abroad. We cannot say he may to go abroad. He can speak English. We cannot say he can to speak English. You got it? So what do we need after modal auxiliaries? Bare infinitive. What does bare infinitive mean? It means verb base form without to. Okay. And the same thing over here. I'll make him study hard. We cannot say I'll make him to study hard. Okay. I had my brother do his homework. We cannot say I had my brother to do his homework. Why? Because there we need bare infinitive. Got it? Or for example, I let you ask your questions at the end of my explanation. Can I say I let you to ask your questions? No. Why? Because we need bare infinitive. So bare infinitive means verb base form without the word to. Okay. And then we have abridged infinitive, and it is the opposite of bare infinitive. It is? And it happens when two people have conversation, okay? For example, I offer something. Or for example, I request something, okay? Can I help you with carrying that bag, for example? You say, oh, if you would like to. If you would like to. Look at this example. May I go outside, teacher? For example, you're asking me for the permission to go outside, right? May I go outside? If you need to, see, to without verb is called abridged infinitive. Why? Because the verb is obvious. If you need to what? If you need to go. It's obvious. It has already been mentioned. Understood? So to avoid the repetition of the verb that the other person has already used, we use abridged infinitive. You got it? For example, you're telling me, hey teacher, would you teach us something new today? And I'm telling you, if you want me to. If you want me to, I don't repeat the verb. Okay, so if you want me to what? If you want me to teach you something new, you have already mentioned the verb teach, right? Got the point?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. I want to carry this table outside.
If you want to.
And you offer your help. You say, can we help you? Or may we help you? Uh-huh.
May I help you?
If you would like to, come on. If you would like to what? If you would like to help me, okay, to carry this outside. Got the point? Okay, and finally we have split infinitive. What? Split infinitive. When we use an adverb, and usually an adverb of manner, honestly, quickly, clearly, carefully, carelessly, okay, between the two parts of infinitive. To serve. Look, you can say, I want to serve my people. I want to serve my people. But this way, I want to honestly serve my people. So now it is split infinitive. You see that? So the two parts of this infinitive, to serve, have been separated, right? And there is an adverb between the two parts of this infinitive. You get the point? Between the word to and its verb-based form.
That will be always adverbs.
Yeah, of course. We need adverbs. You get the point? Okay. We need to quickly finish this class because it's getting late. We need to quickly finish this class because it's getting late. Okay. I want to clearly say that you need to study hard. I want to directly tell you that you must become more active in this class. What do we call this kind of infinitive? Split infinitive. Okay. Can we make examples now using these four types of infinitive?
You need to make examples.
Okay, now if you open your books and go to the specific list of infinitive verbs, okay, and use those verbs in your examples, that would be great. Because I told you in the future we will be working on the most advanced usage of infinitive. There are many, many other structures, okay? We can bring infinitive after adjectives, we can bring them after WH questions, we can bring them after nouns, we can bring them after adverbs of place, we can, in present active and passive form, and past active and passive form. There are more usages, okay? But for now, it's just the introduction of adverb and, just learning, what infinitive is and how we can use infinitive in our sentences and what the four types of infinitive are. You got it? Okay, so examples.
She asked to borrow some money.
Yeah, she asks to borrow some money. Yep.
I prefer to living in Afghanistan.
I prefer to live in Afghanistan.
Yes. To live in Afghanistan.
To live in Afghanistan. Okay, no ing.
Yes.
He hoped to learn an infinitive German.
He hopes to learn German infinitive or infinitive in German. Yep.
Must study hard.
We must study hard. Bare infinitive. That's right.
He hopes to improve his English.
He hopes to improve his English. Correct.
She needs to fight.
She needs to fight with me. Yeah.
She likes to study hard.
She likes to study hard. That's correct.
We could pay less.
Okay, we could pay less if we got the first position.
May I bring some water?
May I bring some water? Yes, that's bare infinitive.
I allow him to wash my cell phone.
Yeah, I allow him to watch my cell phone every day if you're using simple present tense, right? I allowed him to see my cell phone yesterday or something. Yep.
He allowed me to play football.
He allowed me to play football, or my parents allowed me to play football.
We need to professionally fix the car.
We need to professionally fix the car. Uh-huh.
They hired a teacher to teach their classes.
Yeah, or they hired a teacher to practically teach their kids, or for example, those classes.
He
Or
wants to go his home.
he wants to go home. He wants to go home, or you can say he wants to go to his house. Okay, to his home or his.
I stopped to read English.
I stopped to read
English.
To read English books.
I came here to help you.
I came here to help you.
I hope to go American for my MBA.
I hope to go to America for doing my MBA.
Our teacher encouraged us to learn English.
Perfect. Our teacher encouraged us to learn English. That's perfect. Yep.
He forced him to make example.
He forced
Him to make
to
example.
make
We
exam.
want to honestly do our homework.
We want to honestly do our homework. We need to correctly do our homework, right? Mm-hmm.
He needs to leave early.
Yeah, he needs to leave the class early. Yeah, that's right.
I need to buy a bag.
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch this movie.
I would like to, or I like to watch this video on YouTube. Or yeah, it's not a movie; it's a video. Yeah. Uh-huh.
We want to punctually come.
We want to punctually participate our classes. We want to punctually attend our classes.
He
Mm-hmm.
loves to teach English.
He loves to teach English. Loves. Well, sometimes, we don't focus on the pronunciation of specific, letters. Commonly, in our country, people say allow to, right? Miss love, yep.
Bad. He wants to go his bed.
He wants to go to the bed.
Go to bed.
Our
Mhm.
teacher motivated us to learn English.
Our teacher motivated us to learn English. Our teacher motivated us to listen to native speakers so that we can improve our, fluency. Yep, enough for today, and we will keep practicing after we're done with the recording. Have a great time, everybody, and see you later. Bye-bye.